What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about my 2-week impression with my Lumix S9. Yes, I can't believe 2 weeks has went by, but I mean, that's some of the best times I had. I've had a lot of time to spend with this camera. I done shot some video footage with it on this channel, which you guys haven't seen, and on my secondary channel. And I must say, I'm very impressed so far overall. But we're going to talk about some few things about this camera, just compared it against my Sony ZV-1, because this was my camera I've been shooting for a very long time. And I just want to share that with you guys, just like my 2 weeks impressions overall since I've been having it. And I may just do it like a month impression with it. But so far, with me having this particular camera, this setup, I figured I'd just talk about it. So we're going to talk about the very first thing, and that would be the handling and the ergonomics of this camera overall since I've been having it. So far, I must say I am pleased with it. As you guys can see, like how I'm doing my videos so far, how I will be recording or vlogging or things like that. I'll be holding the camera by the lens. I know that's probably not practical or the best way to do it, but coming from my point and shoot camera, like my Sony ZV-1, I never had that option. I just usually had to hold it by the body and stuff like that. So this is how I'll be doing my vlogging and so forth. And also, I did, on my old setup, I did have like a newer lens, which was kind of like having a baby like pancake lens on a full frame camera or APS-C camera. But on here, I used to hold it on here so I can get a wider angle. And here, I mean, this is all you got. You really can't hold it unless I'm holding like this, which looks kind of funny, you know? So that's something else I've been liking so far, the ergonomics. I must say, between the two, just like this one here, you must have the handle. You must get the handle for a camera like this because it's so small. I got big hands, so it doesn't pass the pinky test, and I very rarely hold it like this. But just in case I'm in a pinch, I got that there. Same with this one. Even though this is a full frame camera, overall, like you must get this grip, I must say, for this. And that's just so I can get a better purchasing thing. But I knew that going in when I purchased this camera that I was not going to have a handle because I like the clean look. Sometimes I may rock with it, sometimes I'm not. But based on how it looks so far, I wanted something very similar to the Sony Z1 as far as the outside body. But if I can add a small grip on there, because I knew I was going to take leverage of this Arcanic base plate down here and add on other accessories. So it really wasn't that big deal. I just didn't want like a rig just to cover the whole setup. So overall, the ergonomics and handling is a little bit better on the Lumix S9 because I have just more ways of holding it. Like I said, I can hold it by the camera lens. I can hold it by like this since I have bigger hands. I can hold it underneath here, or I can hold it by the grip. So I have about 3 or 4 different ways and positions that I can hold this camera versus I can do with my Sony ZV-1. So that's something I would say that I have liked so far over my first 2 weeks of impressions dealing with the Lumix S9. With that, that's going to lead into the buttons. We're going to talk about the buttons here on this Lumix S9, what's great, what I like so far. And that is pretty much how the placements are. The button placements and everything is very similar to my Sony ZV-1, if you guys are looking at that. So it's very easy to adapt to both ecosystems if you want to switch. Like I really didn't have no issues. I just really didn't have no issues there. Just seeing like, hey, how can I use it so far? So that's something I really like so far, going between the two, which is nice. I do like the fact that I got my display button. I have my display button down here. I have my wheels. I can have my menu options and everything. And it's nice. I see these. I don't use it quite often, but it's nice if I'm taking a photo. It's nice that I have this autofocus button here if I want to keep something in focus, which is pretty nice. And we already know about the LUT. The LUT is pretty much good. It's nice. I can switch on the fly there, but that's something else I do like on here, the buttons and so forth. I must give it to the Sony ZV-1. Overall, it's very minimal. I'm really nitpicking here, but I must say I like the button and feels. They feel a little bit more better on the Sony platform. Just I don't know, it's just weird. It just feels like a little bit better versus the Lumix S9, but it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm not really going to complain about it. Again, I'm just nitpicking here. But now we're just going to move into like the actual button placements of these two. They're pretty much, looking at these two, like they're pretty much the same. It's just in a bigger body, a bigger form. I really like that, how I can easily transform from a smaller point and shoot camera like that on the Sony platform to this Lumix S9. And I'm very happy about that. One of the things I must say that I appreciate a lot though now with these buttons is that I have these different custom dials, these different custom features that I never had before that I can switch to. So now I have the options for my talking head video, which is, that's what my C1 is mapped to. C2 can be like my slow-mo or vlog setting. And then you just have another one here that I can just really use, which is really nice. Something I never had before. Usually on the Sony ZV-1, I just have just one button that I can customize here, but I pretty much just leave it as is because this is pretty much used for like your background defocus and stuff like that. Just some more software to make the background look blurry. And as of right now, as I'm shooting this, I just learned that I can do this with my iPhone. So that's what you guys seeing here. You're like, what is he recording with? And the quality is looking just as good. Well, you guys hear it first. Like, I'm using my iPhone still to this day. Even with 3 cameras, I'm using my iPhone. I have a 1-inch lens and I have a full frame camera. So the best camera, they always say, is the one that you're always with. And that's the one I have in my pocket right now. So we talked about the buttons. Now we're going to talk about the menu systems. So the menu systems of the Sony, I always find myself, I have to set it up first to do like some type of quick menus, because I really got annoyed with the menu systems here, because I feel like if you're looking at it, like it was just so much to go through. It was just pages after pages after pages, depending on what I need to go through. And I didn't even see that. Like if you look at it here, it's 51 pages. They could have did better than that. But I had to do a lot of research online, a lot of reading to figure out like what do I need to get it just set up and set up in my quick menu so I can just use it. Versus here, yes, I would have to do the same thing, but sometimes I didn't have to just deal with it like that. And overall, like if you looking at it, like the camera is nice. I'm up here trying to figure it out, like how to do it. But yeah, let me go to the menu display real quick. Like look at it. It's a little bit more clean. It's a little bit more polished. It don't have that many displays as I'm just going through it, that many pages. So this is something I really like so far. I can get to what I need to very, very quickly. So that is a nice plus I have learned so far, is the menu system. Like I was able to quickly navigate to the Lumix system a lot better than I did with the Sony platform. And it could be me. It just could just be me. But I mean, I've been with the Sony ecosystem, I would say about 3 years or so, 3.5 years. So I think I have a good reasoning on which system I like the most. So yeah, so that's that there. And the last thing, but not least, we're going to talk about the image quality. We're going to talk about the image quality and the video quality between these two. So I'm going to create a separate video here. I'm going to have my tripod stand up to the right of me here, and I'm just going to talk to you guys and let you know what you guys think between the two, or the point and shoot camera. Like which one you guys like the best, and can you see the difference, and if it's worth it to go from a full frame camera, or is it best to stay with your point and shoot camera? So with me, I think my decision's already been made here, and I can just use both whenever I see it fit. But if I use them interchangeably, you probably won't even know the difference. So let's go ahead and check it out and see what it looks like. Okay, y'all, so this is the image quality coming out of both cameras. I have the Lumix S9 on my right, and I have my Sony ZV-1 on my left here. Both cameras are set up in intelligent auto, so it's pretty much doing everything for me. It's pretty much doing the aperture, but the aperture pretty much staying the same on both. This is at a 2.2. This is at a 3.7. That's the max I can do on the lens so far. I have the camera on the Sony side at 20 mil, and I have the camera on my S9 default into the 20 mil as well. So everything's intelligent auto, everything is on auto balance, white balance. Everything is set here on the ISO, that's auto. And yeah, this is what you get out of both cameras. So you guys drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think out of both cameras. So if anything look kind of off, I have my key light kind of like facing the ceiling here. So I'm trying to get the best image quality out of both in this same room. So there's not like really too much changing or anything going on. The only thing I'm really probably going to do is color graded, just a light color grade, because how my finishing product will look on both of these as it sits as I'm standing up here on Intelligent Auto. So you guys let me know what you think so far. One thing I can tell is that I really like the image I'm getting out of this full frame look on the right hand side. I feel like I can get more of the room versus on my Sony side. It's a little bit punched in. It's not too bad, but it's a little bit punched in a little bit, and that's okay. I can still do what I want to do. I still getting good quality right there. Now, one thing I can say out of the Sony platform camera is that even though it's $1,000, I really like the aperture on the Sony side because of the fact that it gives me a 1.8. So it makes the background more blurry and you got that nice little bokeh look versus on the Lumix side, I would have to be up close to get that nice bokeh. Well, I'm pretty at a nice distance and it got nice bokeh, but if I'm up close, you can really tell that the bokeh will be a lot better and more creamy looking. So I'm about to stand up close on the cameras and you can see which ones you like the most. So this is me on the right hand side in front of the Lumix S9. This is me right here in front of the Sony ZV-1. What do you guys think so far? The autofocus, if I'm out of focus. This on the S9. This is on the Sony. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think about the autofocus. Did it snap me in quick? Was the phase detection good on the Lumix S9 or what? So yeah, this is pretty much gonna be it. This is gonna pretty much wrap this video up. This is the nice video quality. I will share some random pictures that I took at random times with both cameras so you guys can get an idea of the image quality, how it looks and so forth. Like I said, most likely I do like car content with both of these cameras, so you will see some car videos. I will post like a few little outdoor nature landscape videos to see what it looks like. But overall, yeah, this is it. So you guys let me know what you think of the video quality, on which one would you choose, because again, the Sony as it sits is $1,000 and the S9, just the body only, is $1,500. But if you get the lens that I'm getting, it's about $1,800 plus tax out the door. So that's it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you guys enjoyed this content, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.